Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase it immediately. You should be able to find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 183, problem solving, number 229, the very last problem on the page. Let's see what it says here. It says the circle with center C shown above is tangent to both axes. Let's draw the circle first. Let me first draw it and then I'll explain things to you. Now, what does it mean to be tangent? It says the circle above, the circle with the center C shown above, they're calling this center C, is tangent to both axes. What does it mean? It's tangent to both axes, which is why I drew these 2 points. If something is tangent, for example, I'm going to draw something here. Here's my picture here. This line here that I'm going to draw is tangent to this curve at that point. What that means is that it touches that curve at only one point. That's it. In other words, it doesn't go like that. It's touching it at one point. Let me draw one more thing here. Here's my circle. Well, this is not a nice circle. Here's my circle and there's a line that is tangent. If I tell you that this line is tangent to this circle, what it says is that it touches the circle at only one point. So what they're telling me here is that this circle touches this y-axis at one point and it touches the x-axis at one point. What is the importance of that? The importance of that is for us to realize that the distance from here, let me write it in a different color so we can see it. The difference from here to here is the radius of the circle, and the distance from here to here is the radius of the circle. And of course, this is also the radius of the circle. So this is radius, and this is radius, and this distance from O to C is given to us, and they're calling it, if the distance from O to C is K, what is the radius of the circle in terms of K? Alright, so I don't need this thing, I'm going to erase this part here. I want you to look at this triangle here. This is what they're calling C. This is O, let's call this B. I want you to look at the triangle OBC. In the triangle OBC, I'm going to draw it here. Let's draw it at the same level so we can compare the two here. Here's my O to B, which is R, and here's the other radius, which is also R, and they're telling us that this is K. That's all it is. This is a 45-45 triangle. This is a right angle. And how do I know it's 45-45 triangle? Because these two sides are equal. This side is equal to this side because they are both radii. This is the radius of the circle, and this is the radius of the circle. How do I know that O to B is the radius of the circle? Because O to B is the same distance as this distance that I showed you before. So let's solve it. This is R, and this is K. We simply have to solve for K. That's all it is. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem, which tells me that the sum of the squares of the two sides, the square of this side and the square of this side, their sum has to equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is what the Pythagorean theorem is. So that tells me that K squared has to equal R squared plus this R squared. That tells me that 2 times R squared has to equal K squared. What is the question asking again? What is the value of the radius? They're looking for radius, not K. So we have to solve for R. So R squared is equal to K squared over 2. I just divide both sides by 2. And therefore R is the square root of K squared over 2. And of course, square root of K squared is just going to be K over the square root of 2. And there you go, that's your answer right there. That's answer choice B. And that's all it is. And I think the classical way with the geometry is about the only way to solve this problem. I hope you found this helpful. If you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, face-to-face tutoring, I'm located in Connecticut. I will come and help you wherever you are, as long as you and I can come to an agreement. Or if you wish to buy the solution manuals to these problems, or the DVDs to this, where I show you the solutions to this problem. In any case, in any of these cases that you wish to get hold of me, go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com and send me an email. All right? Thank you.